bulleted text or to create bulleted text. For my first example, I went ahead and typed this information. You can see it's in this placeholder here. I just typed the first line, hit my enter key, type the next line. So you can go ahead and type your list out and then you could turn it into a bulleted list later. So let's learn how to do that. The title of my list is going to be Monday to-do list. So I'm just going to leave it that way. I don't want to bullet it. And then I'm going to start here. I'm going to click with my I-beam right in front of the C. Click and hold my mouse down, and I'm going to drag down and a little bit to the right till I get to the end of my list that I want to turn into a bulleted list. I release my mouse, and then I'm going to go up here and click on my bullets. And voila, I have a bulleted list. Now some of these things I might want to indent to a sub-level. I might want to add some information. And actually right here before my math, history, science, literature, music lesson, I want to make those subpoints of a main point. So I'm going to need to add another point in here. So I could either click here right before math and start typing and then hit my enter key and move math lesson down one. Or I could start right here after K-mail, hit my enter key, and notice it adds a bullet right in there for me to start typing. And then I'm going to type schoolwork. Now if I hit my enter key again, of course it adds another bullet, and if I did that by mistake, I could always just hit my backspace in the upper right hand corner of my keyboard a few times to get rid of that. Now maybe I want to indent all of this as a subpoints or subpoints underneath schoolwork. I could select the text and then I could click on this button right here, increase indent position. So it will move it one step or indent it one place to the right. So I can do that even with like clean room. If I want to make bed a subpoint, I could click this button and move it over. Now if I change my mind and I want to bring it back into the same level as clean room, I can click on this button to decrease indent position. Another thing I can do is I can hit my tab on my keyboard. So when I hit tab on my keyboard, it moves it over one level. So I could do the same thing for hang up dress clothes. So that's part of put away laundry. I'm going to make it a subpoint. So I'm just going to hit my tab and move it over. So if I accidentally hit tab, maybe I even hit tab twice and I decide I want to back it up, of course I can again use this button, or I can shift tab. So I hold down my shift button on my keyboard, and as I'm holding down my shift button, I tap my tab button. And I did that twice. I tapped tab twice, so it moved it back to the left 2 times. So you can always use the buttons here, or you can use the tab and shift tab on your keyboard. Another thing I can do real quick is I could create my bulleted list as I type. So if I am going to be typing a list of, maybe I'm going to go to the grocery store, so I need to buy some groceries and I want to create a list. I type in groceries, hit my enter key, and if this is where I want to start my bullets, I can go up there and click on my bullets. Now instead of having the basic little black dot, I could change and have something else. Then I start typing, and when I hit my enter key, it assumes I still want to be with bulleted text, so it's going to continue with the bulleted text until I tell it to stop. And then if I hit tab, it moves it over one. Then when I hit my enter key, it stays on that same level. If I want to back up, then I do shift tab, or again I can use this button here. And you see, as I hit my enter key, it will actually go ahead and capitalize the word for me. So that's kind of an automatic thing that it does. So that is 2 different ways to use your bulleted text. Type the text, then change it to a bulleted list, or turn on those bullets before you start typing. Now to turn them off, you just click that down arrow and choose none, and then when you start typing, you're not going to have the bullets anymore.